Good morning, everyone. I just want to come on here and let y'all know how amazing my God is. Okay, so basically, story time. Yesterday, I was having a horrible day. Like, my day was absolutely going to shits. So, yesterday, I woke up. I had a flat tire. I had to go get air in my tire before I took my kids to school, go run and get gas, all of that fun stuff. And I took my kids to school. I was trying to Instacart, so I was trying to make some money because I had to pay my rent. So I'm like, I had money, but I still needed $120 to put with my rent so I could pay my rent without being penalized to getting a late fee. So I'm rushing, Instacart and trying to get the money up like before it's time to pick my kids back up from school. And I'm rushing. On top of the day already started, but I'm like, I'm going to keep pushing. So I'm Instacart and I go to Aldi's to do an order at Aldi's, and I leave my Instacart card there. And so then I deliver the order and I go on about my day, and then I go do another order and I realized that I left my card at Aldi's. So I had to cancel the order that I was in and go back to Aldi's and try to get my card. So I canceled the order, go back. This was the second order that I had canceled already today, because earlier today I had canceled the order because I just picked my kids up from school. Just dropped my kids off from school. And when I dropped them off, I took an order originally when I first dropped them off from school, but I realized that I didn't even have my cart because I was rushing out the door trying to get to air so I can get them to school on time. So I canceled the first order. Then so then I went home, got my card, went to go do a little Instacart, whatever. And then, so this was the second order I had to cancel today. And I'm like, dang, I'm never going to reach my goal. I'm literally doing orders after orders, and I'm still rushing to go, make it back to get my kids out of school, because it's only a certain amount of time that I have to do these things. So I'm rushing. I go back, I get the card after I cancel the order. I go to Publix to do another order, y'all. I go to Publix to do another order, and again, I'm rushing. I'm like, okay, this is the last order that I'm going to be able to do before it's time to pick up my kids. So I'm rushing. I get to Publix, right? I shop my order, and I walk back to the car, get ready to put my order in the car. I lock my keys in the car, y'all. I lock the keys in the car, and I'm like, so I'm at this point, I just want to break down, but I'm like, huh. So I call my sister up. And I'm like, can you pick my kids up? She picked my kids up, and then I said, come get me. She came and got me, and she took me to go deliver my order, because I'm like, I cannot cancel a third order today. Like, I just cannot do it. So I contact the customer, let them know, whatever. So then dropped the stuff off, and then went back and tried to get my car fixed. Mind y'all, I am literally struggling up here to get. All right, mind y'all, so I am struggling to get my last $120, right? So I'm like, I do not have money to pay locksmith. My husband was gone, like, far away with my spare key. Well, he actually really didn't even have my spare key. That's another story for another time. But okay, so I'm literally struggling. Like, I cannot afford to pay locksmith. So I'm calling people, everybody saying like $100, $200, all of this stuff to open my car door. So I'll get on TikTok. I'm Googling little things that I can do to get it open. All of these little tricks and things to try to get it open. Could not get it open. So my car's still sitting in the Publix parking lot, right? So then I'm like, oh my God. So literally we out there for 3 hours trying to get my car open. Like, we got like a little hanger, we got duct tape, we got all of these little gadgets and things trying to get it open. Blood pressure cuff, pumping up the little thing, everything. So I'm just like, oh my God, I'm just stressed out. So I'm just like, today is just going horrible. But in my mind, I'm like, God is putting me here for a reason. It's a reason that he don't want me to be out on the road. It's a reason that he's keeping me and my kids in a certain area, because that's my mind frame. I'm like, God is doing this to protect me for whatever it may be, whatever, because God sees all and he knows all. So he's trying to protect me. That's how I'm looking at it. So but I'm aggravated as hell, but I'm still like, okay, trying to be positive. Like, God is keeping me and my kids here for a reason. He's trying to protect us, whatever. So, long story short, everybody like coming and going from Publix, they coming in and they like, oh, you need help. Some people help, like some people didn't, some people just kept walking. So we had 3 different men that came up to help me. One guy named Bob, he came up and he couldn't get it. He's like, I stay down the road. I'm gonna go get my stuff and I'm gonna come back. So he stayed down the road. He went to go get his stuff real quick and he came back. And then he couldn't get it open. So then he ended up leaving to going to get dinner. There's another guy pulled up with his wife. His name was Mike. He pulled up with his wife and they went in there. They went grocery shopping. They was like, do you guys need help? And I'm like, yeah, I can't get my keys out, blah, blah, blah. So then he tried to help me. He couldn't get it. He got done grocery shopping. He took his wife home. He was like, I'm going to take my wife home and I'm going to come back and I'm going to help you. So I'm like, okay, not thinking that he was going to come back, but he actually came back. He came back with his work van because he said he was a carpenter. He came back with his work van and me and Mike, we just literally just doing everything, trying to get it out. We got like the hangers, everything. We try. Me and Mike, they're trying. Could not get it up. Up walks another guy, Paul. He came up and he tried. Blah, blah, blah. He tried to get everything up and he couldn't. So we just still out there. So now it's me, Mike, and Paul. We all trying to get it all up. Couldn't get it all up. So then Paul was like, he's over this. Mike had done left and went home and came back several times, kept going home to get stuff to fix it and everything, but it wasn't working. So now, y'all, Paul is here and he's like trying to get it in and out because he was like, he know how to do this, blah, 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 but he didn't have the right tools. So he couldn't get it open. So Paul, he was like, you know what? He was like, I'm over this. Like, I'm just call Locksmith. I'll pay for it. And I was like, nah, I won't worry about it. Like, I'm not going to ask you to pay for nothing. Like, I'll just get it tomorrow because I know I had a guy that will do it cheaper for tomorrow. Like, he was the cheapest option that I found. So I was like, I'll just leave the car here and I'll just wait till tomorrow and I'll come get it. And he was like, no. He was like, I want to do this. It's Christmas time. I don't want you, so just call Locksmith. He called Locksmith and they said that they're going to charge $120 and they'll be on their way in 30 minutes. So I'm like, you sure? Like, I don't feel comfortable. Like, I don't want you to just... And so he's like, just take it. And so he went in the store. He came back and he handed me the money. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Like, I really appreciate you. Locksmith came out. By this time, Mike was gone, but he ended up coming back. Locksmith came, opened the door, and then Mike was just coming back to get the rest of his stuff. And he was like, I see your kids out here running around. It's Christmas time, because earlier they had asked me, like, why won't I call my insurance? And I'm like, I don't have full coverage on my car. Like, I have liability insurance because insurance is too expensive and I can't afford full coverage insurance. So we're going to get what we get. Like, and it's Christmas time. Like, my kids, I'm trying to get stuff for my kids. I'm trying to get rent money and all of this stuff. Like, I just don't have extra money to be paying high behind rent costs. I meant not rent, but high behind, insurance. So he was like, okay. So Paul came back. Y'all, Mike came back. Mike handed me $250. And he said, Merry Christmas. I see your kids running around. I just want to help. I'm sorry I couldn't help you get it out. I know you got Locksmith on the way, but this is just something to help you. Y'all, when I tell you I want to break down the crowd, I still got some of the money because I paid the Locksmith. I treated my sister. Look, I still got some of the money, y'all. Y'all do not know. Like, I wanted to break down, and the only thing I can do was say, thank you, Jesus, because it was nobody but the man above that literally kept me going. So now I had money to pay my rent, and then I got money to, like, check out on my cart with Amazon to get my kids, like, some of their Christmas stuff. Like, God is truly amazing. So, long story short, I know this story was kind of long, but long story short is keep pushing. God, he is always on time. He never comes when you need him. I mean, he never comes on your time. He comes when you need him every single time. He gonna show up and show out every single time. God is amazing, y'all. That's it.